Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne, and welcome new and returning viewers. I love and appreciate you. You know that this is absolutely one of my most favorite times of the day when I can send messages, bring out some love, bring up some upliftment. And for the new ones, thank you for tuning into my Sun Sign Love series that I started. And just as a small introduction, I like to keep them short. I picked two sun signs, just the sun sign, that's the part of us, that's our personality, that's the sun that's given us illumination and strength and ego and power and energy to do the things we like and resonate with people we like. So I picked the two sun signs, and I like to describe a little bit about each sun sign and why I think that they make a really good connection. And this is love on all different connections. Like I've always said, there's intimate one-on-one, lifetime soulmate. There's great friendship connections. There's great family connection and animals and work relationships, and the list goes on. So you can determine what that is for you, but it's all inclusive. And so, so I've been going down the astrology wheel. We're doing mid-month now. I did the earlier part of July, and we're now on July 18th. 2020. So kind of going towards the latter part, but today is specifically for the energy and then moving forward. So you're not missing out. The energies are ever changing, and anytime you watch it is appropriate. And then I would go on to reading your actual astrology, tarot, and oracle messages and intuition that comes through as well for each connection that I have. So let me get started. We start today on the sign of Virgo, and I did toss ahead of time. I've been getting quite a bit of duplicates, so I just want to, for time's sake. And you are now, the sun sign connection is Virgo and Pisces. I don't know what's happening, but we're doing the oppositions, it seems, in the last few days. And I actually really like that. And so let me go on to describe that a little further to you. So we have, like I said, the polar opposite. That is the sixth astrology sign away from any sign, basically right across from you on the astrology wheel in your natal chart. And so a lot of times I have found in my life, in my studies, and I'm sure you can agree that, especially those that are watching this because you are this combination, there's a great defining pull to people that are different than us. And interestingly enough, in a lot of these polar opposite situations, there's great complementary energy. And this particular one, I know I say this every time, I'm an older person, so I have a lot of, background history on my own personal friends, but just people I've met through my business and my studies that are this combination. And it really, really works. So let me explain the best I can in simple general terms why I think that is. So we'll start with Virgo. Well, Virgo is an earth sign, and Virgo is a grounded, basically calming energy for the most part. And I say the most part because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Now, out of the other three, there's three total of each element. And Virgo being earth, you have Taurus and Capricorn. But Virgo is the only earth sign that is a mutable sign, as well as being ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is also the sign that rules Gemini. Mercury is all about our mind and our intellect and thinking and progression, right? Movement, so expansion in our thoughts and studies and knowledge is ever turning and ever growing, and that's the very definite description of Virgo. They're very analytical. They can be reserved, they can be modest, and they can be more quiet, but boy, those wheels of intellect, like I said, are constantly turning. They, being a mutable sign is really cool though, because they're very adaptable versus the other two earth signs, I would say. They're still set, they still have regiment aspects to them where it's kind of a consistency and persistency with them that's, kind of the same same guidelines, I would say, for lack of a better way to describe it, but they do have the ability to change a little easier than the other two earth signs, because earth signs in general aren't really great for change, or it's very slow, I should say. And with the Virgo, they're very capable of change and adapting. And once they get that new system into their, particular system, they're good to go, and that's a good thing. It makes it easier because, trust me, they have enough they're concerned about. They're very much known for being perfectionists. And I find that to be true in my studies. But the thing that I need to make clear is that whereas, I've always thought, well, Virgo's a sign of, cleanliness and order and perfection. Not always true. I mean, I would say more often than not, it is true. But then there's a lot of Virgos I met, they're not clean necessarily on the outside, but it's inside. I mean, a lot of the inner part, the inner critical aspect of them about themselves, always wanting to improve, always wanting to know more. They'll take a situation that seems fine to the naked eye, and they find that there's something better that can come from it, They're definitely doers versus the Piscean, who's dreamers. So Pisceans are daydreamers, and it's been said that Virgos are day doers. They're not going to put off till tomorrow what they can do right now. And they will work hard and long hours until they get things done. They're very capable of sorting things through. They have laser vision when it comes to timing, when it comes to clarity about things, precision, once again. They will study a subject or a topic or a relationship, and they will continue to dissect it and delve into it and work on it until they understand it more. And even then, they'll still continue to look at it. They may continually have a conversation with their significant other or, their connection. And you think it's kind of settled and whatnot, but no, they'll tend to go past and kind of remind themselves necessarily on what could have been worked through at that point instead of maybe going forward. So that's a part of them that they understand, and because of that, they are ruled by the part of the body that rules Virgo is the nervous system. And you can understand why. So whether you see it or not, with their calm demeanor, there's this energy inside of them. Like, the worst thing they can do, even though they may have a sit-down job, is to be idle. To them, that's worse than a lot of other things to a lot of other people. So just this constant wanting to achieve, wanting to do, and that's hard. So that could possibly lead to ulcers for a lot of the Virgos. That self-induced stress and desire to do better, to be better, to improve. Very intelligent, like I said. When you think of a Virgo, you think of intelligence because they're usually the best at what they do. I've mentioned this in the past ones. So if you happen to see your intro before, you can always fast forward it. I understand that. But yeah, the Virgo is, like I said, they're reserved. They're not really necessarily gregarious. They're not outgoing per se. Some of them can be, depending on what their other planet aspects are. But when you get to know them, and they prefer that it's one-on-one, like in their relationships, they're incredibly witty and charming and fun and warm and giving, kind people. So I think that a lot of people in relationships with Virgos, once they have that mindset of being involved in a relationship, they're going to do whatever they can for their partner and their significant other and their connection. They're absolutely caring, nurturing. You're in good hands with Virgos. What else can I say? Just very capable of money-minded, and what they know about it is that they need to keep it under control. They don't necessarily want to be extravagant. They understand the meaning of security and what regards they need to do to make that happen. They're incredibly good with books and balancing and debits and credits and checks, so that's a beautiful thing. And you can rely on them for this sort of thing. So, for example, let's go to Pisces. Pisces is the water sign. Pisces is the sensitive, just also mutable, which is kind of a beautiful, connection right there. Very adaptable. They represent the fish that are moving in two different directions. So there's the changeability and the adaptability and the currency. As I said, they have a lot of spirituality to them. The Pisceans do. It feels as though they're old souls and they've had knowledge from centuries past. The deepest parts of the underground is familiar to them. The idea of regenerating, renewing, chameleon type of adaptability. They can be many people to many different people to many circumstances, if that makes sense. Yeah. So they're very creative, and I mentioned this before. Because of that gift, they're excellent actors. They have great creativity, imagination. They're ruled by Neptune, and that's all about imagination, fantasy, the unseen, sometimes clouded reality, right? So if you can kind of feel where I'm going with this as the connection with Virgo, it's so opposite in so many ways that it helps each other out so much. Now, the Piscean is very capable, and they're also very intelligent. And they are usually very independent when it comes to their work and such. They prefer to work alone. They prefer to have their own businesses that they've started from the ground up. Like I said, very capable. They come off as mild and soft and gentle and tender, and they are. But they're very strong and very, very, very capable. So, but the thing is that even though they are, if they can have that Virgo grounded aspect brought into their life to kind of keep them from going off into an area of fantasy and dream that sometimes is hard to come back from, you want that Virgo in your life. If a Piscean is capable, yes, but they're just like, I'd rather create art and colors and poems and music than do the budget for my particular business today. You got that Virgo there. I mean, this is beautiful, beautiful help in ways that each other can, like I said, complement each other and help each other out, because it's not something that each of them necessarily have in their own characteristic bag of tools. So yeah, in the same way, the groundedness and the constant need for perfection and constantly kind of grinding and how can I do better, the loosening up of that comes from the Piscean. I mean, the Virgos are intrigued by Pisces because they're very, they're entertaining, they're creative in such a way that it's they can see that they have this expansion and ability to do many things in ways that are different than the way that the Virgo would do. So that's always interesting. Anything that's different than us can be incredibly attractive, and sensually and sexually it can be very nice. Now, Virgos are more reserved, and they are known as the Virgin for a reason. They're not necessarily caught up in their emotions, and that's exactly everything that Pisces is. So that helps the Virgo right off the bat. The Pisces can introduce them to things, sensually that maybe had not been introduced before. So, it takes one to be able to learn and understand that. You need to be around that to be able to be a part of it and to feel it and become it. And this is a beautiful, beautiful combination. So yeah, you have the caring and the sensitive and moody kind of thing happening with Pisces, because there's so much feeling involved, and they understand without even knowing sometimes how they do. They get the psyche of the human species, and they're going to understand what's happening with Virgo, and they're going to soften the edges, and they're going to help them to feel more peaceful and accepting. And at the same time, the Virgo is once again going to help to ground and to kind of help that Pisces kind of get that order of some sort happening, which is, Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing because we all need that in life. Even though it's not fun, it's important to succeed and to grow as people, you know. So it can be a very, very long-lasting and deep caring, nurturing, and accepting relationship between the two of you. So yeah, water and earth just have a really good combo as far as those two elements anyway, on all spectrums of the astrology wheel. So, you know, that water creates that earth put together. It's a clay. It's a way to make form and changes. And, you know, those steady and slow sometimes, it just adds, and it's important, and it helps, you know, it helps gardens grow. It helps the seeds be planted to all sorts of incredible creative things that can come up from it. So I can just express that, and I hope that makes sense to you. And you've been experiencing this, and it makes a little more sense as to why you thought, oh, okay, yeah, because, whew, I'm a little more adaptable and changeable than the Virgo, or the Virgo will say, yeah, I need to express to my loving, beautiful Pisces that there is some conformity that's necessary in life. It's not all about just, I'll go with the flow. You know, you have to have some you have to have some plans, right? Plans are important, as long as you're willing to accept the fact that they can easily be changed in our lives, and I think we're all finding that out right now. But I am going to read to you your specific messages for today and moving forward, like I said, because I feel like most of the readings have been absolutely beautiful. Now we have finished the eclipse season, but not really. I mean, the eclipses have come and gone, but believe me, the effects are still with us and will be for upwards of 6 months or more. So there was information that came through for the two of you as a connection, but also singularly that you both have been working with together. And that will continue. The retrograde season, oh my gosh, whew, that was a lot of delay, and I was in Cancer. So I think the Pisces in this relationship really was feeling the delay and the communication, just confrontation, things that just weren't working, and just having to be patient and just asking that Virgo to please help them to really, you know, be okay and not be overly sensitive and moody and changeable, because they are affected by the currents of life. You know, everything affects them deeply, and they need that time. And Virgos get that, and I know that you're patient about that. But Pisces need to just have time to be still and kind of heal from everything they feel on a regular basis. So, yeah, I think that groundedness of Virgo has been really helpful for now. But I'm going to do it under 4 major categories. And I just wanted to say that Mercury did go forward, so that's helping a great deal. I'm definitely feeling and have had a couple of little positive changes already. So this will happen for you, and it'll continue to happen as we go into August. Thank goodness, yes? Not fast, not like warp speed or anything, but just know that it is absolutely working that way. So I'm going to lay these out now, and I'll definitely express to you exactly what they're saying. I'm seeing repeats that are continually coming up. The messages are strong, the energies are strong. But at this moment, we have a Venus Saturn conjunction kind of thing happening. I can't even pronounce it. It's like a 4 type of, with all the planets. So that's later today. That's actually affecting us in regards to our love and our relationships. And it's keeping it kind of steady and kind of moving forward in a positive way, I would say, but just more of a structured way, you know, when that Saturn enters into it. But other than that, with Venus forward, Mercury, Mars in Aries, which is going to give us that energy that both of you guys need. Everybody needs it, and we're starting to feel it. And quite frankly, if you're not a fire sign, which, you know, neither of these elements are, you may have it in your chart. You're going to feel energy, but I don't think you will be as ready to kind of lash out, because that over energy in Mars, which is about fire and passion and you know, war. I mean, you know, just trying to get out things so that it can come out, you know, and not keep it in. I think you'll have that more under control. I don't think it's going to affect you as much, but just be aware of that. It will be around you, so don't take it personally. It's just what's happening right now for about 6 months. So yeah, I mean, everybody handles things differently, and I know you can work on that as well. I think you're both very caring in that regard. And that'll be an important thing, because, you know, words can hurt. We never want to do that on purpose. So I'm going to actually start with the foundation card. And you have the Queen of Cups. Well, that's Pisces right there. That's you coming through. And we are in Cancer season still. We are through the 22nd when it becomes Leo. There's been a whole lot of emotion for the last, well, 4 weeks since Cancer season started, but then we had the new moon eclipse in Cancer, and that's about our love and our connections and our deepest emotions. Even you, Virgo. Yes, you do have them. And everybody's feeling that. Everybody's wanting to feel great connection, which has been missing for a lot of us. The new moon, though, on Monday, yeah, is in Cancer. This is the second new moon in Cancer in a row. And it's about changes and starting fresh. And the transformations are just over and over for all of us. But this is positive. It can be beautiful for your relationship. So if there's been any kind of confrontation, and there could very well have been because of all the retrograde and the reviewing and revisiting, you know, relationships, conversations, just trying to really just sort it all out, you know, the best you can. Moving forward like this is really feeling calmer, and it feels much more elevated and lifted, higher vibrational energies that are very, very heartfelt and warm and beautiful. So that's what the Queen of Cups represent. It is a woman that is so giving, and this energy is just about wanting to give to others, I think, to be with our families more, you know, to just embrace what we feel, the people that matter to us the most, really expressing that, I think, more than we have. And that's strong. So that's basically what's led to this reading. That's been your foundation to this day. And so let's move with the actual categories. The first category is the overall energy, how you will mainly be affected for today and moving forward. And this has come up so many times. It's not even funny. It's the Seven of Pentacles. So there you are, Virgo. And it's about work. It's about what you're putting forth. It's our fundamental needs in life. You know, when it comes to the earth quality, it's about our jobs and our food and our sustenance and our finances, and, you know, just working hard towards it. You've been working hard, you know, and you're not giving up now. But you know there's just a little more to go. You know that you've been stifled in some way, perhaps, and restricted. I think a lot of people have. And certainly a lot of people are working, but still, there's been some contemplation, for sure, about your money and your comforts and your security. Confusion, you know, and I think, but this is really focusing on that and knowing it's coming, man. You're never giving up. Neither of you are the type to throw in the towel. Let's just put it that way. There's always evolution, always change, always betterment for ourselves. And this is really indicating that for you. And sticking strong to those beliefs, because our beliefs really formulate and shape our lives, boy. It's been shown time and time again. And the next category is the category of possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the Six of Cups. This is also a very common repeated one that's come, but I love it because it's about happiness. The cups are the water. There you go, Pisces. And there we are, just wanting our cups to be filled, wanting to feel that happiness. And it doesn't necessarily have to be material. I feel like it's way more about our emotions and, like, once again, who makes us happy? Our good friends, our family, our love connection, past memories, you know, reminiscing on things that just make us feel good. You know, our children, and all the things that we can focus in as our blessings, because there's always blessings amongst all the possible obstacles, like I said. And this is absolutely gorgeous. So I feel like this has a lot to do with family for the two of you. And just your desire to keep that going and nurturing that and providing a happy environment and energy around that. And I think vacation might be coming into play now with people, because people are going places. So I'm told, and I had to put that in there. I'm not. I'm waiting to go back to work myself. But I am just saying that this is a beautiful energy. And it's very, very suiting for love connections. And I'm really happy to see that. And you see the flowers and the abundance, in a natural nature way. And that's another thing about both of you. You love nature. You love the ocean, and Virgos love just earth and planting and flowers and planting our seeds, figuratively and literally, to continue to grow and prosper in our lives. And yeah, this is the time. The weather's been great in most areas, and certainly in the northern areas. So I love that. In the next category, oh my gosh, this is once again beautiful readings, because that's what's happening, and we all deserve it so much. In the category of love, you have the Lovers. Bam! This is perfect selection, and it always predominantly has to do with, of course, our relationships. But it's also feeling really good about, our decisions in general that lead to a great relationship, whatever that is. Whether it's about your job, whether it's about deciding to take that promotion, to take a new job, to anything that's going to help to just cement that good feeling connection that you have. And feeling confident about your relationship. Everybody goes through different things that come up, but Virgo's not going to let go, Pisces. And I'm just letting you know, they're going to work really hard at making things work, and I think they offer you that strength in that way too. And how beautiful is that? I like somebody for myself, I would think, in a relationship that doesn't want to just easily let it go. Let's really talk this out. Let us figure this out. And you both have your beautiful way of doing that. That's very complementary. So powerful love, beautiful love, next level love. Making a choice to get married now, making a choice to move in together, making a choice to actually see each other after all this time and maybe not being able to. Positive, beautiful love, connection, energy for you. And the next category, which also came up, very interesting, I don't remember who. In the category of finances, you have strength. You have determination. You believe with everything you are that it's coming through. No holds barred, no waiting, delays, information, of course. The Leo represents, this is all coming back, because the Leo represents the sign. You can see the lion, but the strength of a lion, just that determination and willpower. The sun, the energy we need to do so. The Aries, Mars and Aries, so there's that literal energy that's coming through now. Working as hard as we can, not overdoing it, being careful, with our health, and just knowing it's reaching a different time now, and fruition is on its way, is the words that are coming. Now, the other thing I want to say is that I think the two of you have been very instrumental in helping each other financially, in whatever way that is. I don't know. Maybe one's doing the bookkeeping, the other's actually bringing the money in, but you're working together, you're investing together, possibly going into business together, and it looks really beautiful and positive. So I really like this, and I had another message, and right now it's not coming, but if it does come back, I'll let you know. Just the fact that, thank you. We're entering Leo season, like I said. So by Leo season, if you haven't heard, I would highly, strongly believe that you will get the information you need for the money aspect of your life, for the foundation to be strengthened because of that. And that's just after the new moon, so everything's changing. Never know, one moment to the next, we know, but certainly not from one day to the next. So keep that positive, beautiful strength and power belief system going, and things will absolutely transpire for you. This is a gorgeous reading. This is beautiful energy, and we all deserve that now, and it's time to take it in and to accept it. And the next category is, I'm going to pull out the cards for you and just kind of set them down and explain. This is the deck that I have. I've changed these up periodically, and this is the relaxed deck for just that reason. It's a mantra for us to kind of go by for the times that we're allowing ourselves the 2 minute to 30 minute, whatever it is, a walk, just alone time to kind of focus in on these thoughts that really help us to, feel more at peace, feel more accepting of what is, because everything is exactly the way it is supposed to be. And if that's hard to understand, this kind of gives you that beautiful resonance and understanding of those principles. And then the next is the category of wisdom in the hidden realms, because, that's probably why you're even on this channel, because there's so many beautiful mystical parts of life that we don't see, but of course we know is happening. And if we're really in tune and we want to co-create, they will be brought to us, messages will be shown, and these beautiful messages are incredibly loving and uplifting messages for you. So I love sharing those. And then last but not least, the healing with the angels by Doreen Virtue. Just the beauty of our spirit guides, our angels, the entities. Sometimes, people in our lives that have passed on, that are there still watching us and wanting to let us know things are okay, always will be. And okay, I love it. So let me express to you what it says. The first card, like I said, is the Healing and Relaxed deck. And it's really pretty. You have the feathers. Now, they've always been known to be signs from our angels. When you find a feather, that's a really beautiful omen. This is pine branches, though. The pine is a Japanese symbol of longevity, fortitude, and silence. Just as you cannot see the tops of the trees in a pine grove because they are too high, in the same way, we can never predict the course that our lives will take. But if we ensure that, like the trunks of the pine trees, our inner selves are strong and secure, they will support us no matter how far our roots regrow. No matter how far from our roots we grow. Those are the type of words that if they resonate and you feel it, I find it all inspiring and uplifting. And that's important for us. Yes, the pine tree. And the next category, like I said, is the wisdom of the hidden realm. You have the prison waif. Self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Okay, that's an interesting message. It's number 31. Now, 3 + 1 is 4, and that's stability. That's the foundation. That's the structure that keeps things strong. And it's positive, and it's good. It's uplifting. It's safe. So let's read this. This is very interesting. I have not gotten this one, but it's all obviously for our betterment and messages that are important to be heard. So let's see here. Just past it. When the prison waif arrives in his realm as your ally, he comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are, in fact, preventing you from highest good. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving in to thoughts such as the following. I can't do this. I'm unworthy. I'll fail, so why try? I don't deserve this. I'm unlovable. Ooh, even reading that is hard for me, to be honest. In fact, you're locked in a prison of your own making. That's good news, because it means you have the key to let yourself out. This is a sign that you need to spend some time with yourself addressing those beliefs that counter your hard work to get ahead. You can change them if you want to. You don't want to stay in prison, do you? Take inventory of your thoughts, let yourself out of jail, and spend a few moments outdoors in gratitude. Well, we already discussed that, and it's super important for both of you, and especially together. It's time to let the sun shine in. And may I just say that as much as I love and profess and truly believe that our thoughts are imperative as to how we feel, and I'm always watching them, they're still coming in, you know, at this time in my life where all the days keep going by and the months and I'm still not working, and I'm thinking, I need to ground myself. I need to understand that this is all divinely guided and it's all for my better good. And so it's a constant, you know, I'm a true believer in doing that, and I want to always profess that to you, to hopefully help you and to guide you. But trust me, I mean, we all experience that very thing. So I like that this came up. It's not all sugary and, you know, all, oh, life is fantastic, you don't have to do anything. We need to be careful what we think, you know. So I like that for you because the sensitivity is there. It's easy to do, and it's nice to be reminded that you can easily not and just feel the good, the blessings right in front of us. There's always something we can feel grateful for, right? And then last but not least is your healing with the angels, and that's the card that says listening. And I think it all tied in. I think it was brought up in the relax. It's about listening. I turn the TV on all the time these days. I have never watched so much TV. You know, I'm by myself. I don't have people here. I did get a kitten though, and I'll show him at some point, but he's napping right now. No, just really being still and listening is so very important right now. So you will be guided, you will be given messages, and there'll be sometimes very, very quiet whispers. But you'll know, you'll absolutely know if you're wanting to know, and I do believe you do. And I know that good things are on their way and already happening, actually. This has a beautiful, beautiful energy to it. I pray that you resonate with this, and if you haven't right now, don't give up hope, because that's how energies work, you know, and some are fleeting and some will stay longer, like I said, with the can't even think of the name of them, the eclipses. My goodness, that's what I named my kitten, Eclipse. I call him Clipper, but yes, so those will have lingering energies, and you will know them, and you will be guided, and good things are coming. So I'm going to leave it with that. Thank you again. If you liked what you heard, please do subscribe for me. This helps my channel immensely. You know, I'm just doing what I do because I love it. At some point, I will only do this, and I will definitely do personal readings, and we'll talk more about that in the future. But in the meantime, take good care. And until next time, bye for now.